The Last of Us Part 2. Everyone was right and everyone was wrong. Let's talk something that's definitely going to trigger The Last of Us fandom. We're mostly talking about the game, but the HBO show echoes it too. Was Joel justified in killing all the Fireflies, including the doctor, to save Ellie? Should Abby have died? Short answer, a mix of all, but at the end of the day, by the end of this video, you might actually appreciate the story The Last of Us Part 2 was trying to tell. It wasn't about who's right and who's wrong. It was way bigger than that, and way more human. We'll hopefully get to a point by the end of this that's satisfying for everyone, because at the end of the day, the execution of the story was flawed. But the pulses of the story were definitely intriguing. You finally maybe will see the moment that really matters and was done right. You know, that moment when you realize both sides had a point and they both kinda sucked too. Yeah, like I said, this isn't about who was right, it's about how everyone lost, even when they thought they were winning. This game isn't black and white. Anyone who's played Part 1 and Part 2 will tell you that firsthand. It's all gray, dark gray, bloody gray, guilt-soaked gray, and that's kind of why I love it. Maybe that's a strong word. The execution, flawed, like I said, but the story, worth unpacking. So let's start at the beginning, or really the end of Part 1. Joel saves Ellie. Cool, heroic. But to do it, he murders a hospital full of people. Soldiers mostly, but including the doctor. If the doctor had a weapon, fine, but still, he wasn't just protecting Ellie. He was dooming everyone's chances at a cure. Joel didn't just kill to save her. He killed to keep her. And that makes him real. Not evil, not perfect, just a broken man who couldn't lose another daughter. Fast forward, Abby loses her dad, the doctor, the guy Joel gunned down. So she trains, she hunts, and yeah, she kills Joel. Brutally. Horribly. Makes Ellie watch. Was it justice? Maybe. But the way she did it, that made her a monster. Even if only for a moment. It wasn't just revenge. It was pain transferred. Trauma handed off. Like a baton in a relay race, no one wants to win. Then there's Ellie. Her whole arc is built on grief, wearing combat boots. She needs to find Abby. Needs it. Because the hole Joel left is just too big to sit with. But when she finally finds Abby, tied up, starved, barely surviving, what does she do? She fights her anyway, beats her bloody, and just when she's about to finish it, she sees Joel. Not the killer, the man who saved her, who loved her, the man she was finally trying to forgive. And she lets Abby go. That's it. That's the moment. Not when Joel pulled the trigger. Not when Abby swung the golf club. Not when Ellie tracked her across states. It's when someone finally broke the cycle. Now, I know fans would say they had to make Abby go from a beast to a puppy to achieve that. And that's right. But then again, that's the point. It's kind of like the moment Joel killed the doctor. If he didn't have a weapon, should Joel have killed him? If he didn't, would Abby still come after him? So at the end of the day, as a writer, you need to have something in there to make you relate to a character, or at least understand them to an extent, to be able to forgive them. And that was the moment they tried to do that. You can say Joel was wrong, you can say Abby was a monster, you can say Ellie should have killed her, and you're right, and also wrong. That's the brilliance of this game. There's no redemption arc wrapped in a bow, just a trail of blood and a question, what does revenge cost? Now look, I actually think the core beats of this story, they're great. Joel's death, Abby's grief, Ellie's spiral into revenge, all of that works on paper. But how it was all put together, honestly, kind of a mess. It felt like they were trying to shove Abby down our throats. Like, you will care about her, and you'll do it right now, even if you just watched her brutally murder Joel. And I get it, that's the point, right? Force you to sit in discomfort. force you to see the other side. But that kind of emotional whiplash, it didn't feel earned. It felt manipulative. This could have been 2 games. One ends with Joel's death and you just sit with that. Feel it, process it. Then the next one is the revenge spiral. You meet Abby after you've had time to grieve. You understand her, not because the game demanded it, but because you are ready. Instead, it's like the game wanted us to sprint through pain, forgiveness, and moral complexity all in one weekend. And that sucks because the pieces were there. The execution just rushed what could have hit so much harder. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Let me know where you land. Are you Team Abby or Team Ellie or Team We All Need Therapy? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.